Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Lolo. This is Sunday, so it is time for our recap review on the Housewives of Atlanta. So this is season 12, episode 3, titled The Float Goes On. So it wasn't like a lot really going on this episode, so hopefully this review won't be very long. So, because it really, like I said, it wasn't a lot. So we'll just start off where it opened up at. We see Eva and Cynthia there in the car. Cynthia is driving Eva to look at some houses and stuff because she's moving. So they're just kind of like reminiscing and talking about how Nene and everyone was trying to play her based on the fact that she was like moving from different places. She was renting a house and stuff like that because she was trying to get away from her first baby daddy. What's his name? Kevin? Is it Durant? That don't sound right. But y'all know, because he be in the news all the time and stuff like that. I think he just got locked up for doing something foolish in the damn courthouse. But anyway, she was saying, like, Nene should have really understood where she was coming from because, she had a restraining order on the man. Every time she moved, he pop up and stuff like that. And she kind of shared that with Nene. And Nene kind of, like, turned her back on her and stuff like that. So she was just like, you know what? I ain't got no time for her. I ain't got nothing for her, whatever like that. So they go look at the house. The house is cute. It's 5 bedrooms, 6 baths, like 3,700 square feet. So, of course, that's not big enough for Eva. She talking about she don't want to outgrow the place and all this other nonsense. What else? Oh, it was real cute when she was like, Cynthia was like, oh, well, how much is the house? And the lady was like, $775,000. And, Cynthia was like, Eva, you sure you can afford this place? She was like, girl, I don't know, because I'm in financial ruins. I was cracking up because it was like, you got to laugh at yourself, laugh at all this foolishness, the rumors and all this other stuff that's going around about you. If you don't laugh about it, then, they just going to keep clowning you. So anyway, they sat down and was talking about Eva going back to work and Portia and all her stuff and whatever. And then Eva brought up the fact that she was telling Cynthia that she's been a real good friend to her, whatever like that, and she was saying that she should have gave her a chance sooner so they can just have this little chick bond, like the little bromance with the female mance or whatever going on. She said chick mance or something like that. But anyway, so I mean they was cool. They was just talking and stuff like that, and then Eva brought up how was she gonna react to Nene being at the Pride Festival that was going on in New York because they was going to be on the same float. And she was like, look, we was at the Kentucky Derby together and we ran into them and stuff, and we was able to be cordial and have a conversation and all this other stuff. So like Cynthia's pretty much like she can move on, she can like be cordial with her and not have an issue, but we know Nene, so we'll see. Anyway, we go on to Portia and Tanya. And like I said, I was floating in and out of last year, so I don't really know too much about Tanya, but part of the clips they were showing, she was friend flopping. Like, she was Nene friend at first, then she was Eva friend, then she Portia friend. So it's just like, girls, sit down somewhere. Anyway, Paul and Dennis. Paul is Tanya's husband, and Dennis was, Portia's fiance or whatever like that. They was real close, so of course like Portia was going on double dates with them and all this other stuff. So they was just doing like some small talk and stuff, and Portia, I think Portia asked did she hear from Nene, and Tanya was like, no, I ain't hearing not a word, girl. I ain't hearing nothing. So then they started, the topic switched to Portia and Dennis, and Portia was pretty much like she can't really believe that he cheated on her type thing, and every time she hear from him, like she really want to like punch him, she want to kill him, she want to do all this stuff to him or whatever like that, and she really just trying to heal and move on and get back to a better her. But she said she trying to heal her heart, but not towards Dennis so much, but towards for herself pretty much, which is good, because you got to heal your heart for you got to lay yourself first, you got to do all this stuff for you first, and then project yourself out there for the world. But anyway, she was saying that then, of course, for anybody who's been in a situation and you've been cheated on and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna put the blame on you. even though it was them who couldn't be faithful. So of course Dennis trying to put it on Portia, saying that she was emotionally not available for him and all this other stuff. And she was like, at first I think she was buying it or whatever. Then she said she looked through the pictures, was like, because I was here, I was here, because he was saying she wasn't emotional and I think like physically available for him, like she just wasn't available. And it's like, she like, no, because we took this picture, we did this week, we did this that week, we did this day, like we did these 5 days out. Like, come on now, like I was very much pregnant with your child, we was doing all this stuff, so boy bye. So she really wasn't buying it, which I'm glad she didn't fall for the trap of blaming herself and all this other stuff. So Tanya was pretty much like, like go to counseling and stuff. And Portia said she'll go talk to Dr. Sherry and try to work it out or whatever like that. So, I don't know if she's trying to forgive and stuff like that, but she said she'll go through therapy and pretty much see where that leads him to. What happened next? Okay, so then we see Kenya. And Kenya with the baby, Brooklyn, of course. And then her cousin, Shay, she comes up and is talking to Kenya. And, what happened? Shay had asked about the little Barbie party, and she asked if what's that man's name? Mark had popped up, and she was like, no, of course he ain't come to no female Barbie party, because he didn't want to be around all those women with the Barbies and all this. And I'm like, girl, that's an excuse, because like, okay, yeah, granted, yeah, no, he probably wouldn't have came to no Barbie party or anything like that. However, he could have been there to support. Like, he could have did a FaceTime, he could have did something, like, yeah, because you ain't really see no other men except for like the makeup artist and all the other stuff. How they want to bring their makeup artist in there real quick to give some kind of male presence and something like that. But it wasn't like, I don't even remember seeing like one guy who held the baby. I don't really think it was really and little baby, like the little baby boys, but come on now. But anyway, yeah, granted he wouldn't came to the party and stuff like that, but he just hasn't been present, period. And so Kenya was pretty much like, our relationship has strained and stuff like that. We don't really have no alone time. We don't really do this. Everything is about the baby and stuff. And then she said that Mark don't want the baby not to sleep in the same bed with them or whatever. So Shay was like, well, how y'all get it in if the baby in the bed? And she was like, that's what I'm saying, we don't. Like, there's no connection. Our relationship is strained. Like, first of all, that baby 8 months old. When you come visit, because he don't live there, so how often he flying in to see her? That should have told her right there that something went right, because he coming to see, okay. He coming in from New York to fly in and see his wife, who he ain't seen maybe in like a month. Let's say he ain't seen her in a month. He don't want no long time with her in the bed by herself to make up for lost time. Like, come on now, that don't even sound right. I don't like it. But and then some you know what? And then Shay was like, well, if y'all ever want some alone time or whatever like that, I'll watch the baby. Kenya was like, I don't know, girl. And she was like, oh, you one of those moms? And she was like, yeah, because first of all, you complaining about you don't got no one-on-one time, you don't got no alone time or whatever like that. Unless Shay a bad person and she did some harm to some children or something like that, she just not trustworthy, okay. But she really offering to watch your child so you can go out to dinner or have like a romantic night with your husband, and you turning her down. You partially to blame too. Like, come on now. I understand that. Anyway, let me make sure I got all that part. Okay. So then we see Nene and Greg. And first we see like these cameras and stuff. They setting up this little photo thing, this interview type thing in their upstairs in their house or something like that. So well, I think it was their house. So then we see Nene, she getting her makeup done. Greg come in, he being cute and funny and stuff like that. And then we find out that American Cancer Society is doing like a whole expose type thing where she's Nene's the ambassador for them, and they're doing like an interview for caregivers and the cancer patients and cancer survivors type thing. So they're doing like different episodes and stuff, or different infomercials, I think, telling about the caregiver role and the survivor role or whatever, the cancer patient survivor role type thing. So they was kind of tearing up and stuff like that, and Nene was saying like their relationship was in strain and stuff because, you know, of his cancer, but it was a little rocky prior to them finding out he had cancer and stuff like that. And they were just kind of talking about how they bounced back, and, you know, Nene was saying they're still healing, they're still trying to get back to a good place after his cancer and stuff. And but she was saying she had a spiritual advisor, and she was trying to she was looking forward to working and moving on, or rebuilding that relationship with Cynthia and all the other girls and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's what she said. So then she was like, she didn't tell Greg that she had reached out to Cynthia. And so she was like, I reached out to Cynthia, but Cynthia didn't respond back. And Cynthia, like, had, like, this little, you know, the confessional and stuff like that. She was like, well, the text message was negative. And so Nene was reading the text message. I was like, bitch, I wouldn't have responded back to you. Well, I probably would have. I would have cussed her out. And then I would have blocked her. Like, no. But Cynthia said she didn't want to do all that. She just straight blocked her. Like, okay, growth. But she's calling the girl sad. She's saying all this negative stuff. Like, what did you think she was going to text you back? Okay, girl, you want to have drinks the next day? Like, come on, Nene. Get yourself together. Get your life right. And I really understand like the whole caregiver role and the whole person who's sick and stuff like that. Being in the medical field, the caregiver does have a hard role and hard tasks because they have to be supportive. They have to hold their feelings back. They have to be strong. They have to do this, and this, and that. And then, yes, the person who may be dying or may be sick or something like that is also going through it too. But the caregiver also has to endure a lot of stuff as well. They may not be dying, but they're enduring a lot of stuff too. So her role as a caregiver is very tough, as well as the cancer patient. There's no real comparison, but each role is very hard on that person. So like I can understand like where her frustration and her anger and all that other stuff was coming out last year, because she really wasn't processing it right. She wasn't communicating it properly and appropriately, which she should have. And her friends should have understood that, okay, yes, she's not the person with cancer. However, she has a big role to play in making sure that he's okay by putting all her stuff on the side, because whatever. So anyway, I'm not trying to make no excuses for her. However, I do understand like the caregiver role and stuff like that. Anyway, with that said, her attitude was negative, her attitude was nasty, and she should have communicated that properly to her friends and her family so she could be heard, versus yanking people back, cussing people out, being ignorant and rude, and acting like it was just me, versus communicating appropriately what her issue was. So what else? I think that was pretty much it for them. They had the interview, the lady was talking to them and all the other stuff, and that was pretty much it for that. Then we see Candy and Todd. They're in the restaurant. Candy called the surrogate, and she's 19 weeks, and what else? I think that was it pretty much for the surrogate. They was just talking on the phone for a little bit, and then Todd was just like, this was when the surrogate off the phone. So he asked Candy, like, for the baby shower, is the girl going to be there and people going to rub on her belly and all this other stuff? And Candy was like, no, nobody was going to rub on her belly, like, type thing. And so Ty was like, well, you don't really know nothing about this surrogate stuff as a mom. You supposed to know the surrogate etiquette. And she was like, well, what do you know as a surrogate dad? Like, I know about as much as you do. This is our first time, doing this together. And so then they got off that topic, and then they started talking about where the baby was going to sleep. And I guess, I don't know how many rooms they got in this, because I thought she had this big-ass house and then had another big-ass house that was attached to the house. So, they doing too much. Anyway, I guess Kayla, Todd's daughter, is in a room. And so Candy was like, well, I don't want to feel like we putting her out. But we need that room or whatever like that. Why she's 23? Why she couldn't sleep in or be in that guest house that's attached to, do they still live in that house? That's that big house that they showed like long time ago, where like that's when Kim was on there, and they was walking through the house, and it was like this whole attached house to the. Why the girl can't? Why she ain't living in that house? I don't understand it. But anyway, then the topic came up with Ty going to the strip club with, excuse me, Ty taking Kayla to the strip club, and Ty not having an issue, saying that she's grown and he can do stuff with his daughter and all the other stuff. Like, I ain't about to tell nobody how to parent their child, because shoot, I be having a rough time my goddamn self with these three. But anyway, I mean, do I find it, like Candy said, do I find it weird that he want to go to a strip club and drink with his daughter, his 23-year-old daughter? Yeah, but am I going to be like, oh no, you shouldn't have took her to the strip club? She want to go to the strip club, she want to go to the damn strip club. Like, if she want to take her daddy to the strip club and see the hoes bounce the ass and get drunk, like, just go on, like, whatever. Who cares? Like, people had in Atlanta, I don't know about anywhere else, but I know in Atlanta, they had business meetings in the strip club. They just be doing a whole lot of stuff in the strip club versus just going there just to throw some ones and stuff. Some people go in there just to eat the goddamn chicken wings. So, I mean, for real, whatever. Go forth and conquer. I don't really care. But Candy was pretty much like, I just know this new baby, he not going to be dictating nothing to me and all this other stuff. What else happened? It was something else. I think I skipped. Did I skip it? Oh no, it's coming up. Cynthia got a call from Mike. They was just talking about her meeting up with Nene. It was nothing big. We see Portia and PJ. She changing PJ. Then we see Candy and Ty. They playing with Ace, playing softball with Ace. Then we see Kenya and Mark. Now this part right here really irritated me, cause like Mark, from that phone call last week, I knew he was just like annoying, but then I was just like, okay, maybe he being sarcastic. So okay. But this episode right here, like she really want this family dynamic and stuff like that. So she like smiling. She really trying to make it work. And like, this man is just pretty much like ignoring her. Like, she steady talking to him. He talking to the baby. He like, did you say something, baby? Did you talking? What? He just like not communicating with her. Like, he'll talk to the baby and not talk to Kenya. Like, no. And she was just like, all right, well, I'll make some breakfast or whatever. She didn't really go grocery shopping, so I don't really know like what the hell she was trying to do. But she made it work. She found some fruit in the refrigerator. She found some turkey bacon, and she whipped up some pancakes. Like, hey, that's the meal right there. So he was talking about, oh, this is a college dorm fridge. Like, you ain't like, oh, you ain't do this, you ain't do that. He just like, ooh, acting like the food nasty, and he didn't want to say thank you. She made the breakfast. He ain't say thank you, babe. He ain't say nothing like that. He ain't even, when he bit it, he act like it was nasty. He was choking. Okay, maybe you joking and stuff like that, but no, fam. No. And like, you ain't even thank her for making you the damn meal. Like, come on, be grateful. Be appreciative. She didn't have to make you shit. Like, come on. So she pretty much in the confessional saying like she don't feel like she important. She feel like she plays second fiddle to the baby, and she not important no more. And then she said something, I don't know, it was weird, that saying like she the mom, she the wife, but she don't feel like a girlfriend no more. And I'm like, okay, I ain't never heard that statement before. But I guess she's saying like he don't wine and dine her no more. So basically they got married and everything ceased. No, you still need to woo me. Like, you still need to do what you did to get me. Like, come on now, just because like we got a baby don't mean we don't gotta go out to dinner and stuff like that. She trying to plan this man's birthday, and he's talking about we not taking a baby. If it's a romantic birthday trip, no, we ain't taking a damn baby. The baby can't stay with family or friends or a nanny or something. Why are we taking a baby on a romantic birthday trip? I'm trying to take you out on a romantic trip, and you talking about, can we take Brooklyn? Sorry, if you don't be quiet and sit down somewhere and shut the... So then she asked him, who number one, me or Brooklyn? He don't want to answer the question. Obviously, it's not you, Kenya. So, like, girl, stop. She trying to talk to him about moving the restaurant down to Atlanta and stuff like that. He act like he ain't really hear her after she was like, oh, well, I know Ty. She was throwing out stuff like, people can help him and stuff like that. He not really trying to hear this. He don't want to move down there with you, Kenya. Like, he don't love you like that. So I don't even understand. Like, it's so sad because she waited so she was like, what, 47, 48 years old to have this relationship, and he dogging her. Like, I don't like it. Like, he was just, he annoyed me. Then we in New York. We see Eva, Cynthia, they getting dressed. Nene over the top of her confessionals. I don't even want to go through that. With all that. Just fucking annoying. Anyway, so then we see Eva, she in her room. Cynthia sent her this video clip of Nene just dogging Cynthia out, calling her desperate, and this was on, I think it was the Shade Room, or maybe, I don't know. I saw it on Instagram a long time ago. So, she was just dogging her out, calling her desperate, calling her sad, like calling her all these things and stuff like that. And it's like, why? Why is that necessary? Because that interview, they asked about pride. So it had to be like within that week. But you talking about you got a whole spiritual, what is the damn thing? Oh, freak. What is a spiritual leader? Spiritual advisor. A spiritual advisor who's telling you to move on and go with God and do better and all this other stuff. But yeah, you doing petty ass shit like that. Like, come on now. And then you wonder why nobody don't like you. Stop. So, Eva, when she was watching it, she was like, girl, you been talking dirty about her and all this other stuff. And then we see Nene, and she's talking about because Marlo came in there. Marlo was trying to give her little pep talks and stuff like that. Marlo coming in with the whole captain hat and fucking trench coat and with the Chanel buckle. And I was like, okay, Marlo, typical you. But anyway, she's trying to talk to Nene and try to tell her, like, look, just be cordial. Just be nice. Just say hello. Just it's pride. Like, why are you over this extra? Just have fun, live it up. Like, just go big. Like, come on, just stop with all this foolery. And she like, so then Marlo had threw out the word forgive. So Nene was like, forgive. I don't know about all that. Everybody act like Cynthia the innocent one, and she done did all these interviews dogging me and blah blah blah. And it's like, this not the first time y'all done had a falling out where the first time you went in on her. Like, come on. Like, y'all just too much for me. So, what we see? So then, because Bravo showed all the clips and all this other stuff, and Cynthia and Eva was talking, and so then it was just like, all right, whatever. And then we go to the festival where everybody get on the float. So then we see Kelly died from Real Housewives of Orange County. I've got to catch up on that. I'm behind on that one. I watched that too. Them girls, they funny. Them poems, they be funny as hell, y'all. Anyway, who else we see? We see Giselle from Real Housewives of Potomac. RZA for, what is this? Shazza? I can't think of the damn. I can see the show and everything, but I cannot think of the name of the show. Anyway, we see Andy Cohen. We see some other people that I wasn't really familiar with, but I think I saw their face. So then we see Eva, Noel, and Cynthia. They're on their ship. They're on the float. They talking. They taking pictures and stuff like that. Nene come walking. She taking pictures with the crowd. She go talk to Andy, Shay, and Kim talking about, don't be upset, Nene, but tardy for the party is on the playlist or whatever. Just close your ears and all this other nonsense. And so then Nene finally look over and she was like, oh, who over there? Let me go over there and be cordial. So then she go over there acting like she finna talk to them, and that's pretty much where it cut off at. So we'll see if she was still with the petty nonsense on next week's episode, or if she really listened to her spiritual advisor, counted to 10, took some deep breaths, and was just like, hey, what's up? Let me go to my spot on this float. Because that's all you really got to do. Like, be on your grown woman status. Like, how old is you now? Do better. Anyway, that is my review on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I will see y'all next Sunday, same time, same lab. different episode. Anyway, until next time, y'all. Peace.